Good morning, I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. We saw what it meant to the Arsenal players at the end of the game last week. Some passions running quite high as to how big a tie this is.
Yeah, I think you could see after the game how disappointment we have been, and but it's still half time, and like you said, you could see how big this game was for us, and tomorrow even more.
How important is it tomorrow that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is fit to play, as well as the youngsters who've done so well for you this season, Bukayo Saka and Emil Smith-Rowe?
I think all of them are very important for us. I don't know if everyone will be fit, but I think we will need everyone in every moment. Doesn't matter if it's in the starting lineup or from the bench. I think they all have their qualities, and hopefully they're all fit and we can count on them.
And last one from me, Arsenal, massive club. If they're not in Europe next season, that will be a first time in an awful long time. They hadn't qualified for either European competition. Are they too big a side not to be involved in Europe?
I think it feels when you think about the future without Arsenal and then European competition, it doesn't feel right. And our job is to don't come true, because Arsenal belongs to Europe, and that's our target. That's our job.
Brilliant. Thank you, Ben.
No problem.
Thanks, Ian. Can you go to Mark Owen next, please?
Hi, Bernd. As you were saying, it's been quite a frustrating season for you so far. I mean, I think Sunday was the first clean sheet in 15. But how difficult has it been for you, bearing in mind the defence sort of seems to change every week, 2 centre-backs different, 2 full-backs different? Has it been difficult for you as a keeper to be consistent behind that constantly changing defence?
I think it's never easy when you change all the time the defense, but I think this is not an excuse. I think we have so many games, we have to rotate. We had some injuries and everything, so it's normal when you see the other teams. They also change a lot the defense line. I think it's not an excuse to say, or it's too easy to say. It's just that we change all the time the defense or the fullbacks or something else. And I think everybody knows what to do. We have a big squad. We have good quality, and I think it's not only the defense or the relationship between defense and goalkeepers. It's the whole team who defends the goal. And like I said, it's too easy to say that we change a lot in the defense.
Okay, thank you. Can we go to Paul Gilmore, please?
Hi, Bernd. Bernd, the Slavia Prague chairman was full of praise for you and David Luiz after the first leg for what you said to their goalkeeper, Andre Koller, who had been injured against Rangers. I just wondered how that conversation went. What did you say to him?
First of all, I saw the clip. It looked horrible, and luckily he's good. And before the game, there's always a special relationship because at the end we're also one team. And I asked him how is his face, his head, and everything, and he said he's fine. And I think of course we want to win the game, but I think the tackle looked horrible against him, and he's good, and hopefully he will be good. He's still good with his face or his head, because his head is always could be always a serious injury. And but anyway, tomorrow is game day, and it's not about his health. He's good, so everything's fine.
And just what have you made of Slavia Prague? Because they've been, one of the competition's standout headlines this season. They've already beaten Rangers and Leicester. They seem to have a real desire about them. How tough an opponent is this?
Very tough. Like you said, they've beaten good teams in the competition. I think we dominated them in our home game, but you could also see that they are very dangerous on counterattacks, on set pieces. So we know what we can expect. It will be a very tough game, especially away. But we also know that it's a dangerous result for us, but also for them, because once we score one goal, they're under big pressure. And I think this should be our target to score the first goal. And then with the second goal, we can almost finish the game, because then they have to score 3 goals. And there's only one way to go through, and nothing else.
And just a final one, if I may, just away from this game, I was going to ask you about the German national team manager situation, if that's okay. There's so many of the big names involved: Klopp, Nagelsmann, Hansi Flick. Have you got a view? Are you keeping a close eye on that situation?
Yeah, of course. I can read a lot of stuff in the German press, and I don't know who will be the new manager after the Euros. And I think there are so many rumors, a lot of discussions. I think the people in the German FA, they also still don't know who will be the manager. But I think as a player or as a part of the squad, our job is to focus on the Euros. Joachim Löw, he's still in charge, and he's still doing a good job. And I think it's not fair to talk about other managers from, I don't know, Bayern Munich or Liverpool or Leipzig or who else. And this is not our job. I think this is your job.
Thanks, Bernd. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can we go to Gary Jacob, please?
And last season, you saw Lloris run out of goal when Son made a mistake in a game, and he got quite aggressive. When you look at some of the mistakes that happen in front of you, what goes through your mind? And do you ever address them with the players, either in the dressing room or after? Because sometimes it feels that there's some sloppy mistakes that change the shape of the game.
I saw the situation with Son and Lloris, but of course we did some mistakes. But I think in some situations you have to have a feeling how to behave in front of your teammate, because as a player, you know when you did a mistake. And I think I don't see the point to go to my teammate to blame him or to do something else. I think in some situations when we do easy mistakes or sloppy mistakes, maybe you have to build confidence again, to speak positive to him, because it's not a mistake that or a lazy mistake or something like this. And so you have to build confidence. And I think we don't have that type of team that we destroy ourselves. I think we have to be positive, to show positive body language. And this is also my mindset, to be positive, to have a positive attitude and create positive atmosphere on the pitch. So I couldn't see any situations where we have to be like fight in the game or something like this. So I think every situation is different, but most of the times I don't see the point to create a fight on the pitch or even on the dressing room.
Thanks, Gary. Can we go to Mike Waters, please?
Bernd, good morning. Arsenal are 9th in the Premier League at the moment. Is there a sense that the players collectively have been letting the manager down? Because Mikel has now been in charge for 16 months at Arsenal, and a lot of people are surprised that you haven't made more progress on his watch than you have. Is there a sense among the players that perhaps you're letting him down a bit?
No, I don't think so. I think because we are all together. It's not about the manager or not about the team or somebody else. I think we are all in this all together and everything. And Mikel, he does a great job. The team is fighting for him, for ourselves, for the club, for the fans, everything. And we also want the best for ourselves. And I think you can see that all the time, that the team is fighting. Of course, our performances in the last couple of weeks, all the results were not the best. But I think you cannot change it. We have to move forward, and there's still a lot of big games to go. It starts tomorrow, and hopefully the semi-final and the final as well, and then we can finish the season. Hopefully with a trophy and with a great result in the Premier League.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike. And to James Benge, please.
Hi, Bernd. I believe it's 2 years, or this summer it'll be 2 years left on your Arsenal contract. You've obviously had a really successful time at the club. Have there been any conversations about renewing that contract? And if not, would you be keen for those conversations to begin?
No, not yet. And I think it's at the moment not the time to speak about the future. I know that I have still 2 years contract left, and I'm also 29. I think for a goalkeeper, this is not too old. So I've still some years to go. I'm very happy in the club. I don't know what will come in the future, and but I'm open. I'm open for everything. Maybe for a new adventure or stay at Arsenal. So, but like I said, at the moment, I don't think about my future because 2 years are still a long time. And but at the moment there are no conversations with the club or something else.
Obviously, Mikel had quite a big decision to make at the start of the season when Emmy was in great form. How much did it mean to you at the time to have, that faith put in you by Mikel that you were still the number one when you were up against a goalkeeper that's clearly proven to be a top level Premier League keeper?
Of course, it gave me confidence, but was not a big decision because the manager and also the club, they said all the time that they count on me, that I'm the number one and I will be the number one. Doesn't matter what happened and everything. And even if they expected it would be a bigger injury, they said, calm and everything. We build on you, so don't worry. And that's always a good sign from the club that that they can rely on you. And like I said, it gave me a lot of confidence, and I'm very thankful for the club that they helped me a lot.
Great, thanks, Bernd.
Thank you. Can we go to Simon Collins, please?
Hi, Bernd. Obviously last season you had that injury which meant you missed the FA Cup final. I just wondered how that impacted you to see the team winning a trophy and not being able to play in the final, and how much that motivates you for this Europa League to be there and lifting the trophy.
Yeah, of course it was very disappointed, but at this time I had the injury. Nobody, you cannot expect an injury, or you can never say, "Oh, I don't want this an injury at this time." It was it was probably the worst moment of the season, and but I was happy for the team because winning a trophy is always good, also for the squad, for the fans as well, and also for ourselves because we wanted to play in Europe. We qualified for the Europa League through the FA Cup. And so it was also important for my future, for our future. But like you said, it gives me a lot of motivation to play another final, and especially in Europe is also very special. I think in our team, there are not too many players who played a European final and also won an European trophy. So it's even more motivation for us.
I'm going to just ask you one on Bukayo, who's fit for tomorrow now. In terms of young players you've played against, you've seen, where does he rank? Because this season his performance and consistency seem to be incredible for someone who's 19 years old.
Yeah, I think there's nothing to say. His performances were incredible. He's a top player. He has a top mentality. I think that's very unusual for a young player like him, because he's very professional. He feels like older than he really is, because he's almost leading the team, and this is a very good sign. And I think I'm pretty sure that he will become a world-class player, and we are very happy to have him, because I think this season I don't know if he's the best player in our team, but probably one of the best players.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank you, Simon, and apologies to everyone. We've still got a lot of hands raised, but we have really run out of time. I just want to check if there's any Czech media on the call who want to ask a question. No, okay. Well, I'm really sorry to everyone that we haven't got to this morning, but we'll speak to you all soon. Thank you very much.